Now, I spent 3 months preparing to launch this brand new channel, and I thought that if I built it and built it good, YouTube would reward it and people would come and people would watch. Not quite. So here's what actually happened after week 1. So after 3 months of prep, 5 weeks of creating these videos, I launched, and are you ready for the results? Drum roll, please. We got a total of 18 views and 3 subscribers, which is actually just myself, that's my other channel, my husband, and my friend. I feel like I don't know if I was expecting slightly more. I feel like I was expecting slightly more. So let's just dive into this. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Scrolling down here, we could see my total impressions for the week, which was 146. Now, of those impressions, 13% was from YouTube recommending my content, whereas the other 87% was viewers seeking my content. So I'm assuming that's just me, my friend, and my husband. Now, 13% of 146 is roughly 18 impressions. So that means YouTube showed my videos, so that's the thumbnail and the title, to 18 people, or it wouldn't, I don't even necessarily know if it's people, but it showed those videos 18 times. That's nothing. Like, no wonder nobody watched my content. YouTube wasn't showing it to anybody. Now, this kind of shocked me because I thought at least maybe after 24 hours, 48 hours, it would test out those videos and show them to somebody, but it didn't. I feel like my channel was literally in the only my mom watches phase, but instead of my mom, it was my husband, because it was literally only my husband that was watching. Oh, and I can't help but laugh because it was actually really disheartening. So after 48 hours, I thought about a couple things. First was just pulling the plug on this whole experiment, giving up. What was I doing? The second was pulling out the ace that I have up my sleeve, which is promoting my new channel on my other channels. So taking my 500,000 subscriber YouTube channel, my older channel, and using that to promote my new channel, advertising that here, as well as promoting it on my Instagram, promoting it on my TikTok. Now, I really didn't want to do that at the very beginning of this channel, mainly for just my own personal curiosity. I genuinely wanted to see what would happen when you start a brand new channel and you don't have an external audience that you can direct and push to your new channel. Because in a way, it kind of feels a little bit like cheating, like just a little bit. Because a brand new creator truly would not have that. And that meant I had to go start looking for the answers. So the first thing I did was ask YouTube Studio, how do I get YouTube to recommend my videos? To get YouTube to recommend your content, the most important thing to keep in mind is that the recommendation system follows the audience. So rather than trying to beat the algorithm, your goal is to create content that viewers want to watch and engage with. Okay, here are the key areas to focus on. All right, YouTube Studio, let's see what you say. So the primary signals it looks at is watch history and retention. Okay, does it watch it to the end? Yeah, okay, we know that. Engagement, do they like, comment, or share your videos? Engagement's always one of those tricky ones. The importance of the engagement metric has always kind of varied depending on the year. So right now, YouTube's saying it's important. So please like my videos if you're watching this. Give me a comment. I'll reply back. There's probably only going to be like 2 comments. So satisfaction surveys. Interesting. So YouTube occasionally asks viewers to rate videos. That's new. I didn't know about that. Have you ever gotten one of those? It's been a while. I usually just click out of surveys, to be honest. But please don't click out of mine. Next is focusing on packaging. So your click-through rate, right? Your title and thumbnail. Yes, we know that. You need a good title and thumbnail because that's what YouTube's showing people. That's how they click. Build a critical mass of content. Having a library of high quality content helps the recommendation system. Yeah, okay, understanding your traffic sources, that doesn't help me. Topic, interest, and seasonality, that's just... So basically, create better videos. Okay, cool. So next up, I thought I'd ask Claude because Clearly, YouTube's Studio AI wasn't very helpful. The first 30 days, what actually moves the needle? Okay. Then in the hours 1 to 24, it shows your video to a small seed audience. Typically your subscribers first, then similar viewers based on topic and watch history. Yeah, okay. This is basically how the algorithm works. Monitors click-through rate and early retention, signals are positive, the testing expands, right? So you have a small group, it tests it, and then expands the testing group. If not, the distribution stays limited. This is something else to note, is that it always ranks the individual videos. So that's why you can have some videos that blow up and some videos that just don't. Interesting, okay? So help YouTube run better experiments on our content. So we just need to make sure that YouTube is getting the most amount of data. So we're going to be utilizing the metadata that's in the descriptions. We should be utilizing the metadata that's in the titles of the videos, the thumbnails, all that jazz. All right, here we go. We've got something interesting here. Send warm traffic to your early videos. This is one that's genuinely underused. YouTube's seed testing phase starts with the most likely viewers, but on a 0 subscriber channel, there's nobody. So you need to create your own warm seed audience by driving real people who actually care about your topic to watch the video within the first 24 to 48 hours. New channels need a minimum of 20 to 30 videos before the algorithm has enough data to reliably recommend your content. But getting 4 to 6 solid videos in the first 30 days gives the algorithm something to work with. Okay, that is some information we can use now. Now, I did utilize non-AI sources of information like other YouTube videos from other fellow creators, as well as Reddit and Discord, so community groups of creators that discuss their findings. But that still doesn't really answer my question though. YouTube still isn't recommending my channel. So going back to those 18 impressions from YouTube from the first week, it's not even testing it right now. However though, after the second week, this is where things got interesting. And I'm calling it my second upload because the first 3 videos were all kind of like in one upload. So this is like my second upload. All right, so this is my video that I uploaded. And if we look at the total impressions, wow. And in the first 12 hours, it get almost 5,000 impressions. This is what I was talking about, YouTube. Whoa. Hello, what is this? 99% is from YouTube recommending my content. Finally, YouTube's actually recommending my content. You see me, you know I'm here. You know I exist. So it's like it needed a whole week to like figure out who this content was for, what this channel was about. The thing is though, I expect my click-through rate to kind of be abysmal for the first while because YouTube is just testing, right? Like it's just testing, and the seed audiences that it's going with, they don't really know. They don't have a watch history with you. So that was the first 12 hours. You can see that YouTube gave my video a push in the first 12 hours. And now let's look. What's happening over here? Oh, wait a minute. What are we at? The first day and 12 hours? Interesting. We're getting another push, it seems. But here's the thing though. I don't think that this video is anything special. Out of my 4 videos that I created, I actually feel like this is maybe one of my weakest ones of the ones that are currently on my channel. But because it is the second upload I did, so after my first week, it's my newest video, I feel like YouTube finally had more data to push it in those first 48 hours. So although YouTube is pushing out that video, it's still not pushing out my other videos. However, though, I think they're still getting an analytics boost. So you can see here, that's what happened after my the latest video was published on Monday. It got a little bit more of a boost of impressions. That's my strategy video, another boost of impressions, but no huge jump. Like we're still very low on impressions here. And I don't know if YouTube will come back and show these. I'm hoping that will still happen with these pieces of content. But right now, all of the increased impressions just look like it's piggybacking off of my latest video. And I don't know how long this whole testing phase is going to last. I don't know if it's going to push every single one of my new videos that I release like weekly, and I'll get this new jump finally, or if like maybe that was just a really good video. So how can you use this data for your own channel? Well, if you haven't seen a big jump in impressions on one of your recent videos yet, then you know that YouTube isn't pushing out your content. It's not promoting it. It's not showing it to people yet. Now, you can wait for the algorithm to find your channel, and it looks like YouTube is doing that. Like, it is working with the data that you give it, or you can help it out and make it move faster. I am doing it. I'm leveraging my network, and I'm going to start pushing my channel and videos externally to my other audiences. By the time you're watching this, it's probably already been done. Now, does that actually guarantee anything? Like, genuinely, I don't know. I could be wrong. Like, it could literally be just messing up the algorithm because I am directing it to people that are just a random assortment of they watched my other content, so they were probably interested in my travel content, but I don't know if they're gonna be interested in social media and content creation. So I could just be messing up the algorithm and YouTube even more by doing this. I don't know. So I plan to do a 1-month update of the status of this channel, and we can dive into the analytics and figure out how this all planned out and if I was wrong or right or what happened. Now, if you wanted to see the full strategy behind my day 1 launch, the plan that was supposed to make week 1 not quite look like this, but maybe it made week 2 be more successful, you can go watch it right here.